Hi ladies and gents, Pond here with another video for Rise of Empires, Ice and Fire. Thank you so much for your previous likes, comments and subscriptions to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, why not click on that subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notifications whenever I'm dropping videos on the channel, which is daily. And now on to the topic of this video, which is what to do with your speciality points when you're in between Reign of Chaos seasons. So most of you, like us in 55, would have finished your Reign of Chaos season today. You still have your specialty points on your account. You never lose those, and you can access them from out of season. You can just access them from the Institute of War building here. So you just click on honor and then you'll have your points. Now you can see I've already changed over my points. I did that on Friday reset just before KE started. Previously in Tally Week, I had a lot of my points in the green resource specialization. Now the reason for that is during Tally Week, you can still activate the honor award, gain a large amount of honor instantly. Higher the total honor structure, more honor will be gained. Can be used once every 1 day. Now during Tally Week, you still have your honor buildings in your account on just set up because you're still in the Reign of Chaos season. And if you activate your honor award, you will still get the maximum amount of points that you would have been getting during the Conqueror phase of the season. However, once the season is finished, so from today, when you're out of season, this honor award can still activate, but it will only give you a flat rate of 10,000 honor points per day. So it's really not worth, unless you have like over 100 specialty points. You might want to keep that, but really 10,000 a day is very, very little. There's only about 3 weeks between seasons, so you're only missing out on about 200,000 honor points. So it's really not worth using your points here. And obviously everything else in this section, this north arm, is to do with increasing your resource production on your tiles. The bottom right is gaining honor from tiles, and then the outside you've got like extra XP from territory battles, which you're not doing, the extra honor from upgrading your honor structures, we're not upgrading those out of season. So you don't want to have any points on green resource. Equally for construction, you don't have your fortresses, you don't have processing queues, you're not trying to take all your troops have come back from the coalition base camps, and you don't need loyalty because you're not taking any tiles. So none of these items in construction specialization are required either, which means that you want to be putting all your points into the red combat banner. Now there's a couple of things to factor in here. If you're free to play, you probably won't have enough resets. It depends on what you've done. If you have, the good thing is with the honor shop, when you get to Eden, during the season, the honor shop does have resets, both basic resets for 10,000 honor points, for honor coins, and also they have the actual normal resets, which are 50,000 honor coins. So this is a really good area for you to pick up some resets, and I would suggest, like for this reset after the season ends, you can just spend 10,000 honor coins to get the basic reset, because you're not going to be needing to reset your points again for a couple of weeks. So the fact that that basic reset has a 7-day cooldown, it's not going to impact you. So for free to play, if you need more resets, you want to get them from your honor shop during the season. For others who have are spenders and are buying resets, or you just have multiple resets, then obviously resetting your points outside of the season or at the end of the season is fine. You're going to have the consumables to do that. So on to the combat specialization. You're not going to want to use this north arm because all of these points are for tile battles. These aren't required, so you don't, and even at the specialty point skills at the top, the banners, you're not going to need those either. So because they're just for taking, they're all related to tiles. So the two strands of red combat that you're interested in are the bottom left and the bottom right. Now bottom right is to do with all about sieging, so attacking other castles, and there are 3 strands to this. So you've got on the bottom, you've got the cavalry section, middle is archers, top is footmen. I would suggest for those of you that are in between S1 and S2, and maybe during S2 as well, if you've got a strong Archer's Legion, you probably want to increase the might and also the resistance on those. You can gain 36% as you work your way down these strands of both might and resistance. For the reason I say potentially strengthen your archers is because it's always better to be as strong as you can possibly be in at least one legion, and archers are actually generally the meta troop type up to around season 2. So once people start picking up Beast Queen and Immortal, then it starts to get a bit even. And after season 3, generally it's going to be cavalry that are the meta troop type. Until you get into Eden, you have Dragon Master gear released, and then you're going to get players who are using mixed troop legions. So if you've got a mixed troop, you might want to think about how you're going to use your specialization points. But for me, for instance, my account is in the majority it's cavalry. You can see I run with 3 cavalry legions, 1 footman legion, and then my defensive queue is my archers legion at the moment. So I have chosen to use a large amount of my points on this bottom right, which is increasing the might and resistance of my cavalry. Because that's going to, in my strongest legion is a cavalry legion, and the most legions I have are cavalry. So then also we have 2 extra skills on this arm. Siege expertise, minus 10% damage taken during a siege, and then this next skill is plus 10% dealt during a siege. These are excellent skills. Damage is probably, after HP, it's the most important attribute in battles, because it obviously affects both basic attack damage and skill attack damage. While if you look at basic resistance, basic might, and then the tactical resistance, tactical might, so I've had a mind block there, those are only impacting specific types of attack. So these extra damage skills are really useful. Potentially if you've got lots of points, you might want to go for this. A lot of people like the invisibility option, where you become invisible, the enemies cannot view your marching line, nor get your info on battle reports. There's the option for precision shout, when firing a dragon shout, 50% chance to direct hit last 30 minutes. That could be really useful if you were having a big throne battle and you needed to zero some farm accounts that have been placed around the throne, for instance. And then you've got this taunt skill, which removes your shield and it lasts for 30 minutes. It'll give you up to an additional 30% might for those 30 minutes. Again, useful. You could activate that just after KE started. 30% might, it's only like 5 or 10% extra might, but it all counts. So those are your options on that. You'll see then on the left hand side that we also have defense, might and resistance for both archers in the middle, footmen at the bottom and cavalry at the top. So you can see that I've put my remaining points into increasing my cavalry siege, defense, might and resistance. So when this is all to do when other players are attacking your castle, which again is going to happen during KE events. So this is really useful as well to activate these. And again, it just depends on what is your dominant troop type in your account, I would suggest. And these skills as well, total defense, damage taken in the battle is minus 5%, and you then deal an extra 10% damage dealt during when you're defending. So these are all useful. I wouldn't suggest you spend money on these skills. They're not very good, to be honest. Unless you want to go with unbreachable when current wall durability is above 90%, defending units resistance plus 10%. That would be the only one that I would focus on trying to get in this section if you were thinking about it. Just because the switcheroonie, when city wall durability is lower than 80%, 60% chance to trigger random teleport and escape 2-hour cooldown. Less than 8, I would like this durability level to be lower, because what if you are actually having a fight and you're wanting to you're wanting to stay there. I'm not sure if it's this is an automated, it's not an active skill, it's an automated skill. So I'm not sure you want that to be activating when you're actually, you could be in a battle and then it randomly teleports you away. Don't know, that's my preference on it anyway. So there we go. Those are my best top tips for what to use your spec points on in between your Reign of Chaos seasons. This is the only way you're going to get an effective use out of your spec points. It's going to increase your attributes during KE and battles. So both on attack and defense is definitely the way to go, in my opinion. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please do click on that like, and I'd be interested to hear your comments. What combination of skills and attributes you've been unlocking on your combat banner in between seasons. And also, if you could please share my channel in your alliance chat, province chat, food line, WhatsApp, Viber, Discord, whatever you use to communicate with your fellow players in the game, would be very much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.